Alright. Title of the video is Understanding Mandolin Chords, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I know it's going to be kind of boring, but if you'll just stay with me for just a little bit, we'll make another video and it'll all come together eventually. What I want you to understand is why you make the chords and why the chords go with one another, why the if you're playing a G, why a C and a D goes together, or a E minor or an A minor or something of that nature goes with that key of G. And it's gonna be a little iffy, so just kind of be patient with me, if you will. I've got a sheet of paper like all people do. You can go to a lot of websites and find a lot of different good theory lessons, and I recommend that you do so. But for the person that wants to just kind of jump start a little bit and get a little bit ahead of themselves, maybe this will explain it to you. I'll show it to you. I hope that you can see it very well. I've actually got three charts drawn out here. I've got the key of C, the key of G, and the key of D. And what I want you to understand, sometimes I use the terms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that when I'm talking. I might say, well, a chord, the C chord, is made up the 1, 3, and the 5. If you'll notice right here, the 1, the 3, and the 5, if right above it you see the letters that correspond with it. So it's a C, E, and G that makes up that chord. So if you were wanting to play a C chord, you'd want to you'd want to use all them notes in that chord. So if I was going to come up here to my C, and I showed you how to make the pattern, the one right below it is the 5, which is a G. You come over here and that's the 3, which is an E, and then come back down to the 1. So you have a C, E, and G all in that chord, and so you make up a chord. You can make them chords up wherever that your fingers can manipulate the neck of the fretboard. So the most common pattern of C would be, of course, right up here, and you'd make that like that. And I wanted you to see the pattern of it. I want you to see how it works. The scale up here shows you how it goes. It goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. If you'll notice, I've got 3 and 4 together, and also down here 7 and 8 together, because they're right by each other on the fretboard. If you'll look, when I play right here, here's a C. The B is right next to it. The E and the F is right next to each other. All the others have a space between them. So your 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 are going to be right together, and all the others are going to have a space in between them. So does that make sense? So your scale for your C, let's just do a scale. You have a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Alright, I know this is kind of slow and tedious for you, but just hang with me. The chords, you come down here, and the chords are built off of that scale. So your second chord is built off of the D, but it's a minor. Now, I don't have time to explain all that, and I don't know if I have the knowledge to explain all that, but just take it for what it's worth. It's built off the D, and it's a minor. When you build a minor chord, basically what you're doing, you're just simply flatting the third of that chord. So if I was going to play a D, let me come up here to right here to this D, and I want to play a D, and I showed you how to make the chord off the top note. I would flat the third. This is the third, so I would flat it. I'd come up here, I'd just go down one, and that would make my minor. Hope that's making sense to you. So you have your major chord C, your second chord is a minor, your third chord is a minor, your fourth chord is a major, your fifth chord is a major, your sixth chord is a minor, your seventh chord is I have no clue, and then back to your 1 or your 8, back to your main root chord. So, and you can do that with all of them. I went ahead and wrote out the thing for the G. You got your scale of G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. See, F sharp and G's together, and B and C's together. And then you come down here to your chords. You got G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, whatever, G. D the same way. And you just build it up on that. The reason you have D, E, and then F sharp is because, remember, between the E and F is generally together on your C scale, so or on any scale rather. But so on this scale you'd have to skip a fret, and to skip a fret you'd get to the F sharp. And then the one right by F sharp is a G. Then you skip a fret and you get A, skip a fret, get B, skip a fret, get C sharp, and then C sharp and D's right next to each other. And you come down here and you get your scale D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor, and so forth. Okay, I hope that makes some kind of sense to you. If it don't, just kind of study it, and maybe it'll come to you in a minute. The reason I say that is most of your songs use these chords. So let's say G. I'm gonna have to hurry because I'm running out of time. I only have a certain amount of time I can put on these videos. You got a G. Well, your next one up is an A, right? So you find your A and you flat the third, which makes it an A minor. Then you got your B, or your B minor, your C, your D, your E minor. I could also put up there, make an E minor, then F, sharp minor, and then back to G. Okay? And what I'm showing you that for is generally in a song you'll have your main chords is going to be your 1, your 4, and your 5. Then your off chords are going to be your minor chords, and generally it goes your 6th chord, which is a minor, and your 2 chord, which is a minor. So if you know how to make those 2 minor chords, then it might help you figure it out in the long run. Again, don't have a whole lot of time on these videos to go into a lot of depth on it, so we may have to make another video. Just remember, wherever you're to make the minor, wherever your third is, my third is right there. This is an A chord. My third is right there, so I'm just going to flat it, going to make it a minor. If I wanted to use a D chord, let's make a D chord like this. Okay, using the 2nd string as my root, and I want to make that a minor. That's my third, so I'm going to flat it. So I've got my minor there. That's going to be a D, C, a B minor, I think. Anyway, so that might help you. Thank you. God bless.